certified franchise executive Shelly Sun, who's the CEO of Bright Star Care, which has over 200 locations nationwide. But she's also featured on CBS hit series Undercover Boss. And Shelly, before we get to the 5 reasons why now is the right time to expand your business, and we just spoke with someone from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and they're doing their State of American Business address today. But before we get to that, what was it honestly like to be on Undercover Boss?
It was such a great experience. My husband and I, started the business because we were looking for care for my husband's grandmother, and so it's so personal to us. And wanting to expand in all these markets across the country through franchising, I guess always the concern is, will others follow the business model and do the right things for the families like my husband and I would? And I had an opportunity to go into multiple different markets and meet amazing caregivers and see the kind of quality of care that I would want for my own mother or I would want for my children. And so the quality of what I saw was so amazing. Certainly saw some opportunities to make a few improvements, but I didn't see one situation where I wouldn't hire the caregiver to take care of my own loved ones, and that's exactly what the business model is all about.
Now, Shelly, you've authored a new book, Grow Smart, Risk Less, a low capital path to multiplying your business through franchising. And you say that right now may be the best time ever to explain your business. Why do you think right now is?
Well, I think right now you see difficulty accessing capital. And so small business owners that have a great business where they're profitable and they're servicing lots of customers, they might be thinking about, how do I expand to multiple different locations? But no bank really wants to lend them enough money to make it possible. And franchising can be a great way to take the capital and passion of a franchisee to partner with the franchisor to replicate the business model in other markets across the country. So I think right now, it's a great way to get the brand into multiple markets. I think right now, everyone in the country needs to be focused on job creation, and this becomes a great way to be looking at job creation in a way that's great for the franchisor or small business that becomes a franchisor, as well as enabling a great opportunity in healthcare or in other segments like food, pet services. So many things you think about. Almost any business today could be franchised, and with unemployment still, remaining, significantly high and above 9%, those jobs may not be coming back. And if you can't find a job, could you create your own future and your own destiny by becoming a franchisee? And so I think right now, from the franchisee perspective, from creating job perspective, and from small business owners looking at franchising as a very, scalable way and low capital way to expand, I think right now is the perfect time.
Talking with certified franchise executive Shelly Sun, who's the CEO of Bright Star Care, here on the afternoon show on WDUN. Now, whether you're playing a sport or whatever you're doing in life, it's hard to grow, it's hard to be successful unless you have great people surrounding you. And so what are some of your tips to creating a great team to help a company franchise?
Absolutely. And I think this has come from lessons learned. I think in the early stages of our business, we looked at how could we hire what we need right now and not maybe pay as much. And I think when Bright Star really started to take off, and in the last 5 years, we've gone from about 10 locations to 250. It took me 5 years to get from, 0 to 10, and then 5 years to 10 to 250. I think the difference in that is that I learned that if I started building job descriptions and paying a little bit more for what I would need in an employee 2 years from now, when I hired them today, it created the right team to allow me to grow and expand. And so that's one key tip is hire the person for what you're probably going to need in a couple of years, maybe not just this minute, or they may not be able to grow with you. And the second thing is hire attitude. I can train skill, but I can't train attitude. Employees have to be self-motivated.
That is great, Shelly. Now, if people want to find out more about you, maybe get some more advice from you, or get your book, how can they do that?
Absolutely. GrowSmartRiskLess.com will provide a lot of small business resources and access to the book as well. If anyone's interested in any information on our home care services or franchise opportunity, we can be found at brightstarcare.com.
Thank you so much, Shelly, for joining us on the afternoon show. I absolutely loved what you just said about not being able to teach the intangibles. That is fantastic advice. Thank you for joining us here on the afternoon show. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.